Welcome back to Outdoors with Chris. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's go get ready to hike. Let's go get ready to hike.
Coming for you. Well, good morning, everybody. And thanks for tuning in again. We're finding back here, Outdoors with Chris.
There you go.
Bye, man.
Hey.
We're getting out on the trail with the whole crew again, finishing up our last 6 miles of the Georgia section. So this is to be the, there's a car coming. Well, I almost got ran over, but that's cool. We'll lead with that. But now we're back out on the trail. There's the whole crew. For Dad and I, this will finish up the Georgia section for us. So back in 2016, we did from Hammock Falls to Neels Gap. Earlier that year, we did from Hogpen, which is where we're starting today, over to Unicoi. Last year, we did from Unicoi to Dix Creek Gap. In January, Dad and I did from Dix Creek Gap up to the state line. And so that leaves this 6 mile section right here for us to get it finished. So nice, cool, breezy, foggy morning.
The best thing about nature is walking.
Yeah?
Because you can see beautiful things in nature.
What's your favorite part?
Walking and finding our campsite and
Yeah.
eating and doing all the stuff.
Oh.
Maybe we might even beat him by a creek. We should have got a knife so he can cut fish, his head off. And we should have brought fishing pole so we can go fishing.
You think so?
Yeah. Who died under there?
So,
Is that cross?
Whitley Gap Shelter, 1.2. So
Which way do we go?
that's the blue blaze. What color are we following today? White or blue? You remember with the Appalachian Trail?
White?
Right.
White.
So which way do we go?
This way.
All right then, lead the way then. Just tackling our first hill here. Just passing Whitley Gap. Crew's starting to separate up just a little bit, but that's fine. We're trying to make it to it's either Bog or Bag Creek Gap today. And it's supposed to be a campsite there in the water source. It's about 2.6 miles. So that'll leave us about almost 4 miles to get out tomorrow. As you can tell, it's pretty much all overcast right now. So much overcast, we're in the middle of it because the clouds are just down on top of the mountain right now. But the rain is supposed to settle in later in the day. The chance starts really picking up around 4 o'clock, but it's not supposed to get up to like 80% chance until about 7 o'clock. So that'll give us plenty of time to get in 2.6 miles and get things set up and have us a good campsite. Morning.
Morning.
You all right today?
Yeah.
How far you been today?
Oh, from Neels Gap, so I'm not sure how far that is.
About 7 miles now.
Good deal.
Good deal. Are you headed to today?
Oh, I'm trying to get to Blue Mountain Shelter.
Blue Mountain Shelter? Yeah,
13 miles.
but yeah, you ain't too much farther. Be good, man.
Yeah, take care.
So yeah, when I was looking at the forecast for this week, I accidentally pulled up the forecast for next week. So we thought we were gonna have a pretty clear day with slight chance of rain, but we got a pretty overcast day with a almost definite chance of rain, but later in the day. But like I said, we should have tarps set up, camp all set up by the time that starts happening.
I hear a waterfall.
I think you just hear the wind.
But that's a waterfall, right?
But it's a beautiful day, and I'm sure we've already seen quite a few hikers on the trail. It is prime time for folks starting through hiking, so that's not really too much of a surprise. Probably a decent overlook right here if it wasn't so foggy out.
I made it!
You good, man?
I guess so.
Your shoes feeling better?
Yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard, man. Well, I'm sure we'd have us a pretty spectacular view right here if we weren't stocked in with fog. Nice little clear cut here.
We're having a nice
That'd be
time.
a beautiful overlook. So just imagine vast landscapes and hillsides. That's what I imagine when I come to this kind of spot with some fog. Maybe it'll be a little clearer tomorrow, and on our way up to Neels Gap, we'll see a little stuff. So
I'm having a hard
this is
time
Nathan.
doing this.
This is Mike's son. Some of you guys have met Mike in some of the videos, and of course, again, is my son Joshua over there. We're
I am so sorry.
up front and moving along, making our way to the campsite.
I said I've been holding this place up. I'm just a bad hiker.
Nah, I'll say that.
I'm a bad hiker. I've been
How many times have you hiked?
Huh?
How many times have you hiked?
Probably 2.
Okay, so you're a learning hiker.
Well, I'm already teached.
Are you? You got it figured out already?
Well, start headed on.
Let's go.
So I've done like
We caught ourselves a little bit of a view here coming down off of this first hill. Tons of switchbacks up through there. I mean, it's
I
just
see the road.
back and forth and back and forth.
Daddy, I see a road.
You see a road?
Yeah.
What kind of road do you see?
It's Appalachian road to go to the Appalachian Trail.
We were actually just on that road. We made it down to Tesnatee Gap. Take a little break, just talk to a couple of guys, a couple of thru hikers, and then a gentleman who's hiking to South Pennsylvania, which for all intents and purposes, that's pretty much a thru hike in my mind. Looks like we got a little bit of a view out over here, other side of the gap, more so than what we saw at the top of the hill. Let's go take a look at it and see what it looks like. Take a load off. I need to stop and fix Joshua's backpack. There we go, right there.
Whoa, this
A little bit of a view.
I have to do this. I have to put my butt up. Dude, let's sit down up here. Yeah, right now we're just having a break. But we will continue on the trail after we get enough rest, and we will have enough rest until we get to the campsite. And I have me a Diet Coke.
I'm sitting over here talking, and they're like, what? I'm like, no, that's it.
I want to drink something healthy, so I don't like get too energized, like run around and being crazy. So I picked Diet Dr. Pepper. You news guy.
See if I can get a sponsorship in here.
We might get a chance of rain. And this is my buddy, Nate. Nate.
We're taking off from Tesnatee Gap. This Neal Gap, 5.5 miles. So we were talking to a gentleman who's hiking, I guess, Pennsylvania, and he stayed at Baggs Creek last night. Said it was beautiful. Look forward to it. He warned us about a couple of dead trees, so we will be sure to keep an eye out for those. I shouldn't be out of breath yet. We literally just stepped out of the parking lot. It happens like that sometimes. Looks like the wind might be blowing some of the clouds around. We'll get to see something next little overlook we get. See back there, the mountains behind us, where we just came down from. Onward we go. Thanks again for hanging in there, watching it with us. It's lifted up over there, look. Wow, man. Watch your step here, bud.
Yep.
Got us a little view here. Wow.
There's
Some
that rock
wind.
that we saw.
Yeah.
There's another one. Hey, remember when I dropped my stick into the river?
I do. I remember that real good.
I really did.
I know. What you think about this view right here?
Good.
Well, we made it to our first decent overlook of the day. So right about right there is where we were at earlier, and it was just so foggy that we couldn't see. So it's cleared out. So whoever's walking by now has a pretty good view of them. But it's just as nice as can be. What would you say? It's in the 50s? I got a thermometer here. Yeah. Showing about 58 degrees right now. And it's just a beautiful day for a hike. What you done found there, buddy?
I just found a speedboat.
A speedboat? What's a speedboat?
It's a boat that has an engine.
Is that what this rock looks like to you?
Yes.
It does kind of look like a boat coming out of the side of the mountain. All right, so we've passed quite a few people that say the view from up top this mountain here, I'm not sure if this one is a named peak or not, but it's just amazing. So we've got our expectations set kind of high, so hopefully the fog stays out till we can get up there and take a look at it. I'm just really grateful to be able to be out here and be on the trail, not only with my son, but my mom and dad and some good friends that we've shared some good trips with. If you haven't saw some of those videos, just check back through them. It's been some good times. I guess from here we're either doing some stuff over again or trying to go on up to the Carolinas. We'll see, huh? We're coming up on it now. I checked the guide, and it's actually called Rock Peak. So right at 3,800 feet elevation. Yeah, it's opening up here pretty good, my goodness. Wow. What a view, man. Oh, not over there. Check out this view. It's crazy, man.
You can see a lot of mountains that we climbed up. We've like walked for check out that view, y'all. 1 hour or 2. An hour or 2.
About 2 hours we've been walking.
Check out that view. Yeah, the view's really good. Show them the view.
Okay.
Daddy,
Yeah,
can I
bud.
put some Dr. Pepper in here?
No, drink it out the can. That's for your hot chocolate later. Okay, leave it alone. It is lunchtime. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. You want some hot sauce on this, son?
Yes, I said.
Sorry?
Yes, sir. Well, Josh, there's like a little
Oh, my God.
Did you just? Are you crazy?
Yeah, because I didn't want to.
Man.
Yeah, I didn't want to put too much on it for him.
You got too much.
Yeah, well, and then I don't want it to. I just thought about I don't have a trash bag to put it in yet. Here you go, son.
I got a bag.
Well, you know, it's liquid. It get all over everything. Also, I could have saved it for mine, but whatever. Well, lunch was delicious up here on Cow Rock Peak, 3,800 feet above sea level. Josh and I each had a tuna wrap. I think he had bacon on ranch. I had Mediterranean blend, and then I supplemented that with a PB&J wrap as well. Most everybody else brought Subway in. I would have. I had already had the wraps together, and they were delicious. So lunch with a view. Always a beautiful thing. So everybody's getting back ready to make this last little trek to the campsite. So it should be about 0.7 or 0.8 miles for us to get to Baggs Creek from here. Get set up and get ready for the rain this evening. See how that treats us. But right now, still just loving this view. My dad said he had looked at some of the videos, and a lot of people said this is one of the more scenic sections of the trail in Georgia. Isn't that what you said? Yeah. That's what I said. I said what I said. It's beautiful. It is. We've walked up on Baggs Creek Gap here. Looks like there's a water trail back that way. And the campsites are all right through here. Yeah, this is camp. So yeah, there's a couple of fire rings around. And looking out right across the valley there, right here, trail side. This is a nice spot right here. Plenty of good hang spots. Plenty of firewood. Here, I'll show you. Turn you around. So the gentleman from earlier told us that there was a lot of firewood left piled up, and he was right, there is. So that's a nice little look. That'll be a beautiful view to wake up to in the morning.
Look, I found a great place where my hammock could be.
Oh, that's too short.
That's too short.
So we are done with hiking for the day.
Yay!
The immediate future is going to be filled with us getting our hammocks kind of hung up, figuring out where we're going to hang and coordinating that, and then I guess we'll see who stops by later in the day, through hikers and stuff. Well, we finally figured us out a spot to hang the hammocks. So I've just got my war bonnet set up. We were setting up on the other side of the ridge where we first walked up, but it was just too windy. Over here is a little bit more shielded, as you can kind of see. There's still some wind, but it's not near as bad as it was over there. I mean, the hammocks were picking up like sails in the wind, catching the wind, that's for sure. I just got finished kind of setting up. It just is now getting about 2:30, and the rain, as far as the forecast anyways, well, we got quite a few hours before it comes in, so there might be a little fine-tuning of setups if and when the rain does come in, but we should be pretty good. Josh and Nathan are both in Mike's hammock over there hanging out. They're having a good time, so we're having an awesome time. I'm having a good time. What are you two doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping?
We're tired. We've been on a long hike.
Yeah. I mean, a little longer tomorrow.
Huh?
Walk over and see what Scott is up to. He just walked over. I think he had a little hiccup in gear and had to make a change of plans. Tell me about your setup over here, man.
Inside, you'll see what happens.
Yeah. What happened to your hammock?
Well, that's what happens when you don't check your gear before you leave the house.
How's that hiking tip number 467 today?
Yeah. Pull the hammock out of the pouch and, oh, look, no carabiners.
Ah. Well, at least you had a second option, right?
That's right.
So you're going to be going doubles in the tent today, huh?
Yeah, you got a little backpacking tent.
Yeah. Y'all look kind of cozy down in there. Oh man, I tell you what, I done laid down in the hammock and I could just lay here for another hour. We kind of got up pretty early so I could go for a nap, but I think they're wanting to get a fire started and get that stuff kind of set up so if the rain comes in, maybe they're already cooked and everything. So we're gonna go do that now, as I want to take a nap.
If I have any of the kids with me, I always make sure I got I don't normally drink hot liquor.
fire going. Get my wind here, we might catch ourselves on fire.
All right, buddy.
I finally wore my first bag out. This is my first replacement here.
Stand gap to here. I think it was stand gap. Washed yesterday. Really didn't walk all night.
Yeah.
Y'all?
We started at Hogpen today.
Off here?
Yes, sir. We're headed south, out to Neels. So, for me, my dad is finishing up our last 7 miles of the Georgia section. Yeah. Well, just sitting here on the side of the hill looking off into the haze. It is this valley, drinking me a little green tea with some lemon juice in it and a packet of Splenda. And it's starting to rain just a little bit. So we got dinner eaten. Josh and I split a chicken teriyaki. Let Dad finish it off, and he traded us out for some of his hobo meal, some hamburger patty and cabbage. It was delicious. Little spices added into it. Probably about huh? Oh,
Hi.
well, hello there.
Hello there.
You still alive?
Yes.
Well, hello everybody.
Christopher is doing his
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, and I just snuck up on him today.
Mom's doing Facebook Live.
So
Yeah.
I'm doing Facebook
She's
Live,
got
but he's doing.
Verizon up here. You'll see mine like in a couple of weeks, unless I get lazy.
Let's walk over this way.
As I was saying though, it's starting to rain and just enjoying the view, enjoying the moment. One of the things I really, really enjoy about the hiking that we do is just, my dad puts it best, it's a resetting. You kind of reset yourself. You know, we all get into a lot of things in our daily lives, and for me, hiking just kind of brings things back to the simplicity of life. You know, I need food, I need water, I need somewhere to sleep, you know. That's my sustenance. And so it just kind of simplifies those elements, gets rid of all the extra and lets you reconnect. You know, for me it's a reconnection with God, a reconnection with kind of the center of myself, and I really enjoy it. So if you've ever thought about doing it, get out there and do it. It's very peaceful. It's hard to describe the feeling, you know. It's a little different holding the camera and talking, but once I'm done talking and just kind of sit here in the quiet, it's just so peaceful. I'm back in the hammock once again. The rain kind of just a light sprinkling for a little bit there. I mean, it's still forecasted to come in another about hour or two, but we had about a 30-45 minute of just kind of a steady drizzle with the wind and all. So the wind kind of slowed down for a bit, rain and drizzle. Now the wind's picked back up, and the temperature actually is dropping a little bit. So I imagine it's in the low to mid 50s by now. Earlier in the day it was about 58, just below 60. And so just decided to come chill in the hammock for a minute. So probably won't be too long. The rain will settle in. We'll all kind of hunker down and get some shut-eye. So definitely looking forward to a good night of sleep in the hammock. Well, the rain has finally settled in. I don't know if you can hear me over it or not. It's about a little bit after 8 o'clock, so kind of right on cue. And I guess just the sound of it. It's already got Josh here knocked out. The wind's blowing around a little bit, and so there's a little bit of water vapor getting on the outside of my bug net I see here, but
for the most part, everything seems to be staying pretty dry. So we're just enjoying the rain.